What's up guys and welcome back, and today I have another video, and this video is going to actually be my Captain Marvel movie review. Now I saw this Sunday, but I felt like I should maybe delay this video back a little bit further, mostly because not that many people probably have seen it so far, and I wanted to give people to see it. And well, by the time this video is going out, it will be Thursday, so it's basically been a week, and if you haven't seen it, then go see it. I don't know what you're waiting for, but if you haven't, please come back and check out this video. But let's get into this. Actually, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, let's get into the movie review. So, the first thing I'm going to have to start with is actually the fact that it was a great movie, a good Marvel movie. Not one of the best, not one of the bad ones. Sort of in the middle. If I was gonna rank it, it would probably be uh, 10 and 11. In the top 10, 9, probably. Not in the top 10, probably a little bit lower. But somewhere around there. But yeah. Captain Marvel is an okay movie. I really liked it. It's a decent film. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? It's a decent film. I really liked the fact of Nick Fury. He was a different, very different from what we've seen in the actual other Marvel films, and we get to see more of a younger Phil Coulson, and he was more like a cameo type of guy though, which showed up for only for a couple, and then he was gone. But either way, it was still good to see Coulson back in a Marvel film. I really miss Coulson. I really am gonna miss him for Agents of Shield because the version of Coulson that we know is basically gone from what we've confirmed. But yeah. So we know that this movie takes place in the 1990s, and we see younger versions of Nick Fury and Agent Coulson, and not to mention we get Brie Larson, which is a I really like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, but I think she did an okay job in this film. I'm not really sure if she did the best job, but she did pretty good for Captain Marvel, and I'm fine with this movie. If you're one of those guys who are not going to go see this movie, what are you doing? She's going to be in Avengers Endgame no matter what, especially with this confirmed post-credit scene that we've gotten, and I'll talk about the post-credit scene in another video, which I'm planning to come out. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting into spoilers here in a soon. So yeah, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, leave now. If you don't care, then just stay. But yeah. So one thing I found was really interesting was what they did with the scrolls. Now the scrolls, we picked them at first. We thought they were the main villain, but as time went on throughout the film, we find out that they're not the villains, and that it's actually the Kree, and well, they're actually the villains of this movie. We find that out, and that actually the Skrulls are the good guys who just want to find a new place to live. So, yeah, we got Captain Marvel trying to find her memories. I think that was a good idea. It was a decent job at that. I really liked it. It's a complicated story for that, but either way, I really liked what they did for her character. It made the stuff look really different, especially the fact that she actually has like a some type of someone the Kree put something in her neck to show that they could take away her powers to like hold control over her or something like that. But either way, we did get Captain Marvel. I mean Captain Marvel, but spoiler alert, she's not a male, and I'm okay with that. In fact, the person who's been playing, I forgot the actor, but she played, the same actor also played as the Supreme Intelligence, and we find out that Captain Marvel was actually a spy who was sent there to find who was sent to Earth and all that by the Kree, And then she finds out that then she turns sides and becomes allies with the Skrulls. She hides the scrolls up in her ship, which is, well, her laboratory, which is in space. And originally she was gonna take Carol Danvers there, aka Captain Marvel, but she got shot down by Yon-Rogg, which we find out is actually the one of the main guy who really cared for Carol or something. But yeah, throughout the whole movie, he was beating her. He was really fighting him, fighting her, and it was kind of funny a few scenes. But yeah, I found that he was a great character and all, especially how they left it open for him to someday return, and I hope they eventually return, maybe to get his revenge on Carol. What I found was really cool, in the final fight, he wanted to fight Carol in a hand-to-hand combat instead of like, all right, come on, Carol, I've been telling you this all the time. It's time. It's time for you to prove that you don't need me anymore. And then she just like, and he just goes flying into the wall and like, oh, I see what you did there. And it was a pretty good scene. I really liked how Captain Marvel was, well, proved that she does not need someone holding her down, and that she can fight on her own, and that actually she's quite powerful. I originally did not see this coming. I know that she was gonna be strong. Did not know she would be able to rip through an entire ship in about 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Yeah, she flew right through a ship and creeped the heck out of Roland, and he basically fled. He just like, we'll be back. And he's like, and we'll be back for the weapon. The guy's like, and the one of the other accusers is like, the Tesseract? No, the woman. And I found that it was quite interesting how Roland was quite Roland, whatever you want to call it. He was quite he was quite scared of her. Yeah, he was very quite he was very quite scared, and that's what I found was quite interesting. He was scared of her, and we got the entire Kree Star Force taking her on in this. I really liked how the Kree Star Force was battling her. It was really cool. We got Korath fighting her with his two sabers that lit up. That was pretty interesting. You got Minerva. I was really sad that she died. I was really hoping she would survive for us to maybe get a new scene with her eventually, and maybe even make her bigger villain one day. But yeah, they killed her off. I was quite bummed, but that's okay. But yeah, they really did hint at us getting Proton in Phase 4 with the actual I forgot her name already. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Either way, that's quite interesting, and I am quite glad that they did this. Captain Marvel, I really like this movie. One thing I did not like though was Nick Fury losing his eye. Throughout the entire movie, they're basically teasing us that he's gonna lose his eye. He's gonna lose his eye. Like seriously, he was in a car crash. His entire eyebrow was bleeding, and yet everyone thought he lost his eye because of there being a Skrull inside of his car when Coulson was there, and I found that was quite interesting. But yeah, one thing I did kind of see, and I was quite a little bit disappointed, but it was still a funny joke, was actually the cat, Goose. Apparently he's a Flurkin, like they said in the comics. But either way, the Skrulls are really terrified of him, and yeah, that's what I found was really funny, especially when we got Talos kind of like being like this family guy who's been trying to find his family, and we find out that they've actually been on the laboratory, and they get the Tesseract, and yeah, The Tesseract was quite an interesting device, especially with when they when she takes it out of the lunchbox, and the Kree Star Force was battling for the Tesseract the whole time when they were fighting her. I just remembered that. That was funny. Ah, gosh, because she was literally stopping them from getting the lunchbox. But either way, it wasn't in the lunchbox anymore because the Flurkin apparently ate it, and it was quite hilarious. Either way, I found it quite interesting. The Flurkin even took on like 5 different Kree, and he just ate them all with his like he literally all his tongues came out, smacked them around, and then ate, and then he all went into his mouth. Nick Fury was terrified again. He got terrified twice by this, and he's like, uh, yeah. But in the ending, in the ending of the movie, we get him looking at the Flurkin in the office is looking at her when looking at the cat Goose at this time, and then when Coulson came in and told him like, I heard that you lost your eye due to a Kree soldier doing something to it, and he's like, I can neither confirm or deny that story, and yeah. That's what I found was really interesting, and especially when he looked right at the cat when he was doing it. And yeah, this was quite an interesting movie. I recommend you to go see it if you have not. And yeah, it was good talking to you guys. And make sure you subscribe to my channel if you have not. And if you have, then welcome back. And I will hopefully be making more videos. I have just got a Shockwave, so I will be doing a Siege Transformers toy review for that. About something maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, but you can expect it to come out eventually. Don't worry, guys. I'm not giving up on the Siege figures or toy reviews. You can still expect them to come down the line. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and see you guys next time, guys.